Hi, welcome to Little Bite number 12. On my YouTube channel, a user who watched the video left this comment, and he or she said, yeah, but we don't have control all the time. And I often talk about emotional control because every psychological problem, and well, a key element of every psychological problem is that there's a feeling of a loss of emotional control. And that is always like really uncomfortable, because if you think about it, if you thought that you didn't really have enough emotional control, well, it would almost feel like in principle anything could happen. It's a very vulnerable feeling, right? Something could happen and there's nothing you could do about it. It's like, waiting for a disaster to happen and you know that you'll be helpless. So feeling like you don't have enough control is really uncomfortable. Now, it is true to say that we do not have control all the time, but here's the thing. Do we need to have control all the time? It might be that we have as much control as we need, we just don't know how to use it, or we don't recognize that we have as much control as we need. So this might feel like a little bit of an unsatisfying kind of video in a way, but I'm going to suggest to you this. This is a bit Zen, I guess. The secret of real control is letting go of the need to be in control. Now, almost everybody who wants to feel more in control tries to achieve this end by trying to control things that are completely irrelevant to them. So, for instance, you might control the dishwasher, you might control how the curtains look, you might control how the car's parked, you might control, all sorts of like little things. You might control how clean the floor is. None of that actually is helpful. I mean, it gives you that sort of semblance of a feeling of control, but actually it doesn't really increase your subjective sense of control. And I would suggest to you that letting go of the need to be in control means letting go of these irrelevant things. Now, I call these things false control. They're examples of false control. You're trying to control something that you can control, but it's not at all relevant to the actual problem. The actual problem, of course, is the feeling of loss of control from inside of you. And you get that not by the world taking your control from you, but by you giving your control to the world. When you give your control away, you don't have it, and that's why you don't feel like you have enough control. And false control it's like a trick you play on yourself. And the trouble with false control is it gives you that little bit of a feeling of being in control, but it's never ultimately satisfying. And if you're not careful, you've got to do more and more and more of it, because its effect wears off, right? I mean, how clean can the house be? How exact can the dishwasher stacking be? How precise can all the pictures be? Okay, so the secret of real control is letting go of the need to be in control. Have a think about it. Leave some comments. Please share this Little Bite number 12. I'd appreciate that. Share it widely. Pass it to whoever you know who'd be interested. And remember, you can crack the code of anxiety and depression in less than 10 minutes a day. Thanks for taking the time to watch and listen.